This is the Barber Blueprint. I'm not your normal internet guru. I'm a guy that's really in the trenches, really been through it, and I look forward to you getting some value from my story and from my journey as a barber in this game. I'm not standing here, the guy that's promising you that you're gonna be a millionaire. But what I am promising you is that you'll be a better barber if you apply the jewels in this book, the Barber Blueprint.
Like 2 or 1, like how long is it 2? Well, 2 will probably be leave like that much hair up there. 1.5 years. You going something like that? Oh, dude, you about to have fun.
Alright, so we're already recording, so I'm gonna give you a quick.
Oh, you got all that? You got my natural reaction? Yo,
Yeah,
he about to have fun with this cut.
Wait, hold on, spin them around so I can make sure the angles are good.
Yo, man. Get the whole view of this tutorial.
Where is it?
This is about to be crazy.
Wait, alright, so wait, hold on.
Yeah. Homie got like 6 inches of hair, bro.
Last year was after you.
Come on. It's wild. Why you don't be getting the haircut though? Why you just
I'm sick of it. It's like getting uncomfortable and shit.
I'm saying that, bro. Y'all be on y'all drink, man. Y'all be buying y'all hair from the barbershop. Y'all be out here drinking.
Oh, I'm not thinking about that.
Well, I had my son in the world. I was like the world for my son. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going in hair, man.
Alright, we back. Let's get it. It's your man V back with another tutorial. This time around, I'm gonna do my man Anthony. Came in last minute after 7 p.m. with the Shaggy hairdo. And I was looking at this hair thinking like, yo, what am I gonna do with this? What is it that you need? But once his auntie showed me the picture, I was able to knock it out. I'm like, all right, I could do that. You know, going from pulling up at 7:45 a.m. to, you know, I'm sweeping hair, and then this walks in. A lot of barbers probably would turn this haircut down, but I figure it's a good opportunity for a tutorial. And here we are, about to knock it out. So I'm going to start with my 4 guard on my fast feeds, and we're gonna knock all this down. Anthony wanted a low fade. I won't do him super duper low. I have to knock all of this down in order to just get it started, because this was just too much. Way too much. Pre-orders for the Barber Blueprint will be available real soon. Hopefully it'll be out by the time you watch this, or you got your copy by the time you see this. I appreciate you guys for checking out the new season of tutorials. It seems like Nick's fade is the one that's the most viewed out of all of the fades that we got up there. I'm pretty sure this one is gonna run it up too. Going from Shaggy to Swaggy. He came in looking like like he was looking for Scooby-Doo. But we're gonna get him right. The fade in full way. Hopefully ABV is out by the time you see this too. This beat that you hear right now is from my album. So like, it's a lot going on right now. Going on a journey of putting out this book, putting out this album, and putting my best foot forward. Putting all the chess pieces in place so that it's a art piece and a enjoyable experience for you to listen to and read. So I appreciate all the love that everybody's been showing me and the support along the way. And we're gonna deliver this time around. We ain't playing no games. No games at all. We ain't come to play. Everything's serious over there. This is a lot of hair. I wonder if Anthony got some draws last night after he got this cut. He had to have gone out and done something special after this one. There's absolutely no reason why anybody should grow their hair this long unless they're growing it for a purpose. Growing it for braids, growing it for dreads, growing it for hockey. But in this case, you know, he just was tired of getting haircuts at Supercuts. He trashed Supercuts during this whole haircut. I wanted to keep our conversation, but I had to mute the audio. We are not going to trash Supercuts. We know what they have to offer. You know, you come to us, and when I say us, I mean like the official tissue barbers with barber license that care about detail and skill. Supercuts may be like the McDonald's of haircuts. So like, comparing our barbershop to Supercuts is like comparing McDonald's to Benihana's. He just was unpleased with everything Supercut, so came to us to get the details. They mentioned that they stopped in some other shops and they were turned down too. So that was one of the reasons why I just decided to do it, you know, on a late night. A late night for me, you know. It had already been a 12-hour day. And I was on cookie diet, cookies and caffeine all day. And that's how it is in the barber game, man. You know, when you put in that work, you put in that work. One head after another. We broke a walk-in record on this day too. I think we were way over the walk-in maximum by the time Anthony walked in. So right here, what I'm doing is using my FX trimmer, and I'm gonna drop this fade kind of low. Cause I want to keep the hair on the side. I want to preserve as much hair as possible. I didn't want him to come in with all that hair and then leave with a high and tight. Like it would have been too much of a drastic change. My boy don't need to look like he's joining the army. You know, we need him looking swaggy for the night. So, you know, him and his aunt could have a dinner and then, you know, he could be on his way. They do whatever he wants to do. And we get all the hair off the neck, off the back, everything. This hair was a little tough on my trimmers, I'll be honest. On this channel, I always talk about like how strong my FX Pro blade is and how long I've had it, but I struggled a little bit on this hair. I could have gone another route here. I may could have knocked it down with my FX Pros, the adjustable, or maybe just going blade close on my fast feed to take it down. I chose to go with the trimmer though. You know, that's my normal clipper that I use for taking down everything that needs to be bought. We also got the reaction videos coming too, man. Let me know if you like the reaction videos. We got my man Biggs the Barber, Mr. West and P reacting to barbershop cuts and videos on IG. We also reacted to our own cuts, which was very, very entertaining too. Send this to your favorite barber, your favorite thought leader and influencer if you want to see them react to this. I'd love to see what they have to say. We could go reaction for reaction. So what I'm doing here is just taking down the top of his beard with my FX Pros, blade all the way close. Just going in and out, and I'll do the same thing to start fading out now. Taking out that first ball line, the first guideline. So tell me, leave a comment. What is the most walk-ins your shop has ever had in a day? I'd like to know, what is the most walk-ins you've had in a day? What is the longest amount of time you have ever cut? 12 hours, 13 hours, 15 hours, 20 hours. I mean, 24 maybe pushing it. Do you know anybody that has ever done a 24-hour day of cutting? I'm sure they had to be on a little bit more than cookies and caffeine. I believe the most time that I've done is 15 hours. 33 heads in one day may be my max that I've ever counted. Man, 33 heads a day was an epic day, man. It was in desperate need of the money too. I couldn't do anything but sleep that night. Needless to say, I don't do those type of days anymore. I think right now my max may be 15 in a day that I will do. Maybe an 8-hour day. 15 people. Yeah, I'm not gonna do any more than that. Anything after that, you're sacrificing quality. Like, why would you even want to cut for me after I've done 15 people? I'm not even excited or enjoying it or just coming with the full energy and attention. And I want to give my all to every cut. I don't want to half-ass any cuts. I don't want to cut corners. I don't want to sacrifice any quality when people sit in my chair. One jewel that the OG told me when I was first starting out at 16 in the barbershop is to bless everybody. Give everybody the best cut ever. And I brought that with me for the most part. I'd say 80% of my career into every cut. Even if I may have lacked the skill set, I still gave full effort to every cut. What do you guys do when you're not feeling it? Do you turn heads down? Do you cut them anyway? Do you rush through cuts? One thing I really hate to see is people just rushing through haircuts, especially if it's like the first time you cutting somebody. Definitely don't want to rush it. People can feel that, they know it. And even if they are in a rush, you don't want to rush them. You want to give people every. Alright, so right here I'm using my tube. Take all that hair down around the ridge in the back section. Work my way down this mountain so I can start blending Anthony down. Getting them right. But yeah, rushing cuts, man, is not the way to go. It's never the way to go, man. We got this new thing that we're doing in the shop. We're gonna call it quality control, just so we don't let any bad cuts get away. I have no problem calling Big the barber over to take a look at my cut to see if it's good. I did a guy for the first time yesterday, not this guy, another guy. And I had Biggs the barber come over and check it out. And he was looking like what? Like, what do you got this guy coming over to check out my haircut for? But then he was like, yo, it's the best haircut that he ever got. I don't always believe when people say that, because I don't want to get too high on the highs or low on the lows. So I know it was a good solid haircut, but I just needed an extra set of eyes to see if there were any flaws or anything I needed to fix, because we'll miss some things sometimes. You know, these eyes aren't perfect. Me, Biggs, and P were looking at barbershop haircuts on Instagram, and they were good solid cuts. I'm sure a lot of people would say that they were good, but we saw some flaws. We saw some mistakes on some fire cuts. I ain't gonna hold you, they were fire, but it's just a little bit of flaws. I can even look at like cuts that I've done this year on this channel and see some flaws and see some mistakes. So having a good trusted person to come over and check out your haircut is always a good thing. We're still blending out Anthony's cut with the fast fades. My favorite clipper to blend out with. Let me know if you want to see me do some cuts with some other clippers. I ask this question a lot and never get an answer. I would love to know, like, first of all, I'd love to know if I can do a fire cut with a pair of clippers that I've never used before, number one. And number two, I want to see like what other clippers are out there, because I'm so used to using what I use that I just know my way around my clippers. I know what they can do. I can pretty much lace any fade, any cut with the clippers that I use. Here you see me using my small purple guard, chopping it away with my blade all the way open, lever down. And this thing is already coming together. All I gotta do is blend out that ridge line on this side, and Anthony's fade is in there. DoorDash girls. Hell yeah. Yo, is it me or these girls be doing DoorDash with a two-piece swimsuit on? Man, they be coming through looking crazy. I can't even crazy out the window with these DoorDash girls. I had to add that in there for you guys. I didn't want you to miss that. She's gonna come back too. How are you all in your what would you rate that? Yeah. So one thing in the barbershop that gets kind of crazy is when the baby moms, the wives, and the women come in, the girlfriends and stuff, man. Are you guys savages in your shop? Are you wolf pack? Or are you respectable people that just let the ladies live? Because I done been in all types of shops. I done been in shops where like it went down, and then I done went in shops where like women comfortable coming in. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then you got some women come in like dressed like they going to the club but coming to the barbershop. How do you guys feel about that? This is my 3, taking out that ridge line. See, this type of hair with this type of color can be a little difficult to blend. Like, you'll think that it's blended because it's, you're just like, visually it will look blended because of the color, but you still got to go through every step to make sure that the hair is actually blended. Check your mirror, check your angles. In this case, I got the camera, so I can see some flaws after the fact, but the mirror gives that same effect if you just look at it and use it. Spin it around, check out your cut from every angle. I like my haircuts to look good. My haircuts that I do to look good from every angle, not just from the front, not just from the side, and lay a certain way too. This is pretty easy as far as laying the hair because he wanted it fairly short. That's a 4 on top, so I didn't have to use any products or anything like that. I kind of wanted to leave it longer than that, but this is what they wanted. So I give the people what they want. I give them what they ask for. I only make suggestions if I feel the need to. But in this case, I ain't gonna lie to you, it was late. I was like, this is what you want. I know I could knock this out. Let's do it. I really didn't want to do anything intricate. I'm glad they were easy on me. They had their picture ready to go. This is definitely not the toughest haircut I've ever done in my life. I think maybe toughest haircut that I've ever done may be like something that was design related. Once upon a time I did like a Mario design. That was difficult. I did a Sonic design. That was difficult. And I also did like a lizard mohawk. That was really difficult too. Alright, just doing some touch-up work now. You can tell I'm running out of gas a little bit. I'm going over the top once again with the floor to make sure everything is even. Combing out the hairs as I go. Alright, time to take out that cliff with my open blade. Not really going in. So I angle my blade in the way that I want the hair to fall. So it's kind of like at an angle. I would say that's like a 80 degree, 70, 80 degree angle. So it comes out a little bit, but it doesn't just hang over like a cliff. Smoothing that out. Blade all the way open. See, I'm showing you. Blade is open. See how that just makes it look cleaner? It just looks so much better that way. Almost as if the hairs are standing up, you know? He wanted a line across the front. I asked him if he wanted it, he wanted it. You know, we talked a little bit about this in the reaction video about lines across the front on straight hair. But he asked for this and give the people what they want, you know? For his hair to be so short, I figure a line wouldn't hurt. It's not like a super crazy line. I'm sure you see in the thumbnail, he has a line across the front, so it's not anything super crazy. And I used my trimmer for that line. I didn't use my razor. We'll get to that in a second though. Blade all the way open on the mustache. Get the hair out the way with the blower. Now we apply the cream around the corners, the C cup, and the top of the beard. As you can see, my beard is trimmed down courtesy of Mr. West. So you want your beard done like how V is rocking his. Make sure you book an appointment. Links will be in the description for you to book your appointment with us. Link with us. Get into the shop. I'll be coming to a town near you to promote the Barber Blueprint. So feel free to follow on Instagram. And leave a comment and let me know, where are you watching from? What city are you in right now? If you're watching from the South, I'll for sure be there. If you're watching from Buff, New York, let me know. We could definitely tap in before I hit the road. I saw some hairs sticking out, so just smoothing that down a little bit. Anthony was really pleased to be getting all this detail, man. He said his experience at Supercuts was nothing like this. I'd love to have seen a picture of what they gave him there. I would imagine that they could do a haircut like this. I mean, without the razor. I'd be surprised if they couldn't do a fade there. That'd be ridiculous. Come on, man. I told him a little bit about my experience at Supercuts, which you can see here on YouTube. They tried to do my baldy. They didn't even touch my beard. In the corners, let's get a close up. Closer up. And a better angle. There we go. Alright. So I just razor the hair up to the place where I want the line to be defined. Against the grain. I usually like to go with the grain on the C cut, but in this case I went against the grain just to define it a little bit more. When the hair is like really short, like how it was faded, against the grain will define it just a little bit more. And I stretch up the skin just enough so the hair stand up. Just chop that down with the razor. Simple process. It will take some practice, but it's a simple process. At this point. Lurking in the back waiting for his haircut. P actually ended up being my last head of the day. My last haircut. If I could go through the multiverse and see how P would have did this, man, I wonder if he would have even took this cut on a late night. I'd love to see the outcome of P doing a haircut like this. He may have been a little bit more ambitious than me. I just kind of went through my normal process of doing things on this. Alright, now we do the left side. Left-handed barber on the left side, man. I might be one of the only left-handed barbers that I know. I'm definitely the only left-handed barber in our shop. Do customers even care which hand their barber cuts with? I don't think anybody has ever walked in the shop and been like, yo, I want to get done by the left-handed barber. Nobody ever says that. Does it even make a difference? Are there any left-handed barbers watching this video? If so, let me know. One thing about being left-handed is that they don't have many shears for the left-handed barbers. Funny thing about that is I will use the shears with my right hand. I don't know why, don't ask why. I just prefer to use the shears with my right hand. line of his beard. My trimmers. He already did under his chin, so I didn't really have to do much with that. Just kind of clean up the extra hairs. Cleaning up the mustache. Trimmers as well. I also did Anthony's eyebrows, which you did not see because the camera cut off. So once I'm done doing his mustache, we're gonna cut straight to the end game, and see how swaggy Anthony is for his Saturday night. Going from Shaggy to Swaggy. Alright. Getting that front line. And being careful just in case he moves a little bit. Always gotta be ready for a sudden move, man. Keeping that line as natural as possible while still giving it some definition. He also mentioned that he wanted that peak off too, so had to chop that. Alright, let's get the after. My boy is Swaggy now. Went from Shaggy to Swaggy. The blend is blended, the fade is faded. He is ready for whatever. Tonight is his night. And he's about to get it with this new cut, man. He just got a transformation on a late night after 12 hours of pain. He came in and got a fresh cut, man. Still had some stamina in the tank for my man Anthony. Thanks for checking out the tutorial, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.